Thank you, Dr. Devadankar, for those wonderful words. In fact, he has actually seen disability as a person in his real life. He was bedridden and in a very critical stage, and then came back to what he is today. So no better to understand how difficult it is to be dependent on someone. Thank you very much, Dr. Devadankar, for those wonderful words. I now welcome Dr. Yashwant Patil. Dr. Yashwant Patil is the International President of the Commonwealth Association for Health and Disability UK. He has been the National Election Commissioner for West Zone IAP, past Secretary Community Pediatrics Chapter of IAP, the National Co-Editor of the IAP Directory, former National Executive Board member of IAP 6 times, and the State President MS Chapter of NNF 2007-9, and the former State President of IAP Maharashtra 2000. May I invite you, Dr. Yashwant Patil, to share your views with us.
Professor Elizabeth, Madam, thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. So, good afternoon to all and warm welcome on behalf of COMHAD. Today's chief guest, Honorable Lata Kumari, Director of Empowerment of the Differently Abled and Senior Citizens. Very inspiring speech she has given and some assurances. Today, eminent speakers, Dr. Prasad, yes, our Bodhankar sir, who is the Executive Director of COMHAD, he has given his views. Sri Apurva Kulkarni from Ola Research Center, Sri Bernard Kadasia, we heard him last year also during the same accessibility webinar. Sri Shivaji Rao from HELL, the Blind Foundation, distinguished panelists of today's function, especially Professor Elizabeth Madam, who is our International Coordinator for COMHAD, Professor Parameshwar, our National President COMHAD India Chapter, and other distinguished panelists, and esteemed members of Rotary Ability as well as Rotary Bangalore, especially Dr. Uday Bhaskar, Kiran, Mr. Arvind, Mr. Nagaraju, I remember him, and esteemed delegates on the dais and off and on the screen. On behalf of COMHAD, I welcome you all for this August gathering for the conference on accessibility in public transport. We are happy to inform you that with a kind invitation from Rotary District, Bangalore, especially Rotarian Professor Elizabeth Madam, who is our International Coordinator, COMHAD is participating today here as one of the partners for this conference. We are extremely thankful to the Rotarian of Bangalore for their kind gesture shown towards our organization. And this is the second time we are having our combined activity. The last year it was the accessibility to the buildings. So before I go to the subject, I would like to introduce my COMHAD organization in short for the knowledge of our members or the delegates present. COMHAD, that is Commonwealth Association for Health and Disability, it's an international NGO of 54 Commonwealth countries of the world, established in United Kingdom in 1983 with the support from Commonwealth Foundation, wherein the chief patron is Her Majesty the Queen Elizabeth of England, and the headquarters is in England. Our COMHAD organization is in official relations with WHO since 1990. COMHAD is mainly working in the health and development field, mostly focusing on the preventive health care. Friends, we are happy to know the aim of this conference, as it has been mentioned by so many speakers, is to address the present status where we are far behind as compared to the developed countries. Second aim, desired implementation to improve the present status. Best practices in neighboring states or in other developed countries to follow. And the government plans and policies to implement them in public transport systems and public transport stations. Friends, one of the most important issues of public transport nowadays is how to make it inclusive as well as accessible for people with all levels of disabilities. Customers definitely they expect a safe, inclusive, profitable, and multimodal experience offering personalized services when they have some transportation themselves. We know about 15% of the world population suffers from some or other disability. The proportion which may be expected to increase, particularly in the population ages. According to United Nations Convention, therefore it is obligatory on the part of each and every nation to make transport accessible to persons with disabilities so that they can participate in society on an equal basis with others. To allow disabled users to experience mobility more easily, from my knowledge, I will tell public transportation facilities should offer a design that is adapted to people with diverse abilities, that is easy to understand regardless of the user's experience, knowledge, as well as the language skills, that communicates necessary information effectively regardless of the user's sensory ability, that can be used efficiently and comfortably and with a minimum of fatigue, and that ensures an appropriate size and space is provided for approach, reach, and manipulations. So these are the design should be like that, that will cover all these properties for the various disabled persons. Today we have Galaxy experts from various fields speaking on the topic accessibility and discussing the plans and making recommendations which we are going to forward to the concerned authority. Already Lata Kumari, madam is already here for implementation for the welfare of Divyangan of the society. And in future, we should hope to achieve our ultimate goal of making public transport all inclusive in the near future. Our COMHAD organization will be always there to help our Rotary clubs at Bangalore every time in future. So with this, on behalf of COMHAD, I again welcome you all, extend my sincere thanks to all Rotarians, and extend my best wishes for the grand success of this conference. Thank you very much, madam.